up for you, and it should be a cracker. Let's get back to Paul.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's time now for game number 3 of our day. It's the first of our men's quarterfinals, and a very good afternoon from King George's Hall here in Blackburn for the 2019 BDO World Trophy. Firstly, to make his way to the Oki is the Cowboy from Ashurst, New Zealand. Former Auckland Open winner, former New Zealand Masters champion. It's Mark McGrath. Next to the Oki this afternoon is Sparky. 3 times England Open winner, the reigning English National Championships winner, and the reigning Denmark Open winner from Alkmaar in the Netherlands, currently ranked at number 1 in the men's BDO. It's Wesley Harms. This men's quarterfinal is the best of 11 legs. The first of 6 progresses to the semi-final. Your referee in charge is Harry Smith.
Leeds-born Mark McGrath, now based in New Zealand, has moved his game on brilliantly in his 2 wins so far here, beating Chris Landman 5-3 and then steamrollering Martin Kleermaker 5-1. Quoted at 5-2 against in this match against Wesley Harms, who's the second favourite overall. Harms, who gets to this stage, having beaten Paul Hogan in the first round, and then a win against Andy Hamilton yesterday, and a game, I suspect, which the Hammer, wherever he is right now, will be thinking, I should have won that one.
Yes, absolutely. McGrath, in his first round match, as you said, 5-3 over Landman, averaged 86-36, and then he really went through the gears in his second round game. He put 10 points on his average, averaging 96-35 against a very out of sorts
First leg is Wesley to throw
who averaged only
first.
75. And after the first round, we were looking at Kleermaker as a potential champion.
Wesley Harms, very tall Dutchman.
100.
Got to the semi-final in 2017, seeded number 3 this time around.
He's gone deep in so many tournaments, John. BDO, the World BDO World Championship semi-finals, 2012, 2013, and around that time we were looking at him as a potential multi-champion winner. Semi-final of the Masters in 2012. Good success in the Grand Slam of Darts. On 2 occasions he's come through the group phases in 2012 and 2018.
And this year he's won the Scottish Open, Slovak Open, Isle of Man Masters, Denmark Open, the list goes on. But he'd love to have one of the big ones.
60.
Yes, he needs to start ticking the boxes and lifting major BDO titles.
He was one of the youngsters who people were talking about as potentially one of the big names of darts in the future. He's 35 now. Time to deliver.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he was one that maybe sort of thought of potentially about switching and maybe trying his hand at the professional, you know, turning professional, full-time professional with the PDC. But he has aspirations. He loves the BDO, and he wants to win that BDO world title. Very much like Glenn Durrant. Glenn Durrant had the options, and look at Martin Adams. You know, though he did dip his toes in and competed in the PDC, he went to the qualifiers for the World Match Play and qualified, and he went out to Shane Burgess in that one, or maybe that was the Grand Prix.
It was interesting talking to Glenn when he came up on the first day, and he said, "Okay, I'm doing well with the PDC now. I'm making a lot of money." But he said, "But at heart, I'm a BDO man, and I always will be."
Yep. Well, basically, you come through the system. You play Super League, and then you get if your averages are good enough, you get invited to play County B, and then if you're successful in County B, you get picked for a County A, and then you go on and you become an international, which I did. I mean, people say what's some of the highlight moments of your career, and just watch a 180.
First one of the match,
and without doubt, qualifying, getting selected to play for your country is the ultimate as a sportsman. I believe, outside of winning a world title.
49.
So 136 now for a break of throw,
36.
courtesy of that 180. Straight into the 5, so that remains a theory rather than the practice.
82. Wesley required.
52 for Wesley, on throw. Double 16. Yes, he squeezed that one in, used that second dart as a marker.
Yeah, good
Second
adjustment.
leg is marked to throw first. Game on.
As you can see, best of 11, first to 6 now, the men's in the quarterfinals. All the quarterfinals played this afternoon in the men's and ladies.
140.
This evening, we'll see the 2 semi-finals in the men's, the 2 semi-finals in the ladies, and then the finals of both. We'll be crowning
100.
our BDO World Trophy champion.
Have you done your usual jinx and said who you think are going to be the 2 champions?
I did. I'll just check who I picked. I thought.
Did you go Jim Williams?
Well, the women's. I thought the winner of the Suzuki and Fallon match would make the final alongside Lisa Ashton. And in the men's, I can't remember who I picked.
Well, Suzuki's going to be playing Ashton in the semi-final if she beats Eileen de Graaf.
I will check with you because I did do an interview with the weekly Dartcast. It's my predictions. I'll have to check that. I'll probably pick someone who's already been binned.
Kyle McKinstry, for instance.
Actually, yeah, it was Kyle. And he got binned 5-0. Yeah, I picked Kyle to reach the final. Sorry about that, Carl. I did promise him actually a couple of weeks ago that I wouldn't pick him, so I couldn't jinx him. But there we go.
You're quietly snarling, hearing that.
He'll be back. Don't worry about that.
Good leg this. 4 consecutive tons for Wesley. Needs a treble now. He's got it. Tops for the Shanghai for 120. And he's done it.
His finishing has been superb this weekend.
Third leg is Wesley to throw first. Game on.
Very, very good. Lovely interview he did with Nat yesterday, wasn't it? Thanking all his supporters who'll be watching down under New Zealand. And also the confession that he's a Leeds United fan, and when it comes to the rugby, he'll be cheering on England.
That won't go down well with all of his friends in New Zealand.
45.
I think you can cheer all you like. I don't think they're going to win it.
No. Although they were superb against Ireland weekend, wouldn't they?
Warm up.
140.
Just wait till the real thing starts.
I think they're better than our football team, that's for sure.
140.
Football team have a few more countries to beat. 217 Harms. Going with throw so far.
Not a rugby fan then, John.
59.
Not massively, no. It's not exactly a worldwide game, is it?
139.
78 after 12. Sure, well, it has to switch to leave a finish.
89. Wesley
Well,
requires.
he's somehow conspired to leave a finish. 170. The big fish. Oh, 25 ball. Well, no, on 170. Treble 17.
Oh,
Double
good
12.
Well
Yes,
played
that's
indeed.
game shot on the third leg. Wesley Harms.
2-1.
Fourth leg is Mark.
Sebastian
Roper.
Steyer
Game.
will be in action.
He's playing Roger
Penultimate
Jansen.
game. Predicted to be around about, I think around about 3 o'clock, playing Roger Jansen.
180.
His second 1080. Decent match so far, this one.
Yep. Good quality. Finishing's been outstanding. Already had
140.
12 scores. And make that 13 scores of a ton or more. And we're only just into the fourth leg.
100.
He looks like he had a very wet night.
$60.
1-2-1 after 9 darts thrown. 1080, 1040 and a 60.
The way he's throwing, you'd expect him to have a pretty good shot at that 1-2-1 as well.
100. Mark, you require 120.
He's been sweeping these up. Treble 17 now.
He won't be going for the ball though, John. Oh dear.
41.
Made a mess of that.
80
320
remaining.
scored in his first 6 darts. 101 scored in his next 6 darts.
60.
So 20 is the target. 80 required to keep the pattern going of everything going with throw. Needs another of those. Staying well away from the treble.
Staying well away from that first dart. Go anywhere near that, that was going straight in the treble.
Not this time.
60.
So 1 for 1 for a break of throw. Not happening.
55.
First meeting between these two.
Mark, you require 20.
Double 10. Having to adjust again, big time. Come on, he says to himself.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
good
game
adjustment.
shot on the fourth leg.
Well
Mark
played.
McGrath. Fifth leg, it is Wesley to throw first. Game.
What did your predictive statisticians suggest for this match?
Let me, I will tell you that. Lendl Faraya, FDL_index on Twitter if you use it.
140.
It's formulated a system that gives you percentage chances of who's going to win. 77.4% in favour of Wesley Harms. A predicted score of 6-3. Let's have a look what his predictions would have been in the first 2 ladies' matches.
99.
Lisa Ashton to win 5-2.
It was
Sorry,
4-2, wasn't it?
4-2.
That was correct. And Lorraine beat Laura Turner 4-0.
Yeah, he thought that one would be 4-3. But the percentages were Lorraine 62.3% against Laura Turner,
122.
with Lisa Ashton 80.7%.
Mark, you require 140.
And as expected, 59% for Janssen, 41% for Steyer. Tight game. So by his reckoning,
71.
Wesley Williams,
142.
Janssen and Veenstra should progress.
That's a great first dart. Not too shabby in the second. Double 11.
Oh,
And he grazed the wire.
120.
Actually moved the wire, didn't he?
69.
Break of throw. Opportunity.
Tops for a break.
29. Wesley require 22.
Going straight at it and getting
Yes,
it.
that's game shot, the fifth leg. Wesley Hunt.
Still everything going with throws.
Averages very similar. 88.03 for Harms, 87.31 for McGrath. It feels a better game than that because in spells the scoring has been spectacular.
Like now. That's his third 180.
3-0 in that department.
Another of the Dutchmen watching on there.
140.
It was Martin Kleermaker
Correct.
who was beaten by
85.
He had a stinker, didn't he? He was
McGrath.
McGrath. He had a stinker.
5-0.
He'll be back. Don't worry about that. He's too good not to be back. Just a blip.
60.
He's got a, oh, there's
Suzuki.
On a little bit later on this afternoon against Elin de Graaf.
Yeah, around about
140.
2:30-ish.
Yeah.
21.
Another public airing of the magnificent Baby Shark song. Have you learned the words yet?
That's when I lock myself in the cupboard
40.
with my fingers in my ears.
I've noticed you're going missing. I assumed you were down on the floor
Oh, joining in.
joining in with all the jaw sort of movements with your arms.
That's me trying to
No
punch
score.
the DJ, John.
Wesley require
He's on the balcony.
136.
Another one of those for double 8.
Yes.
120.
Well.
Mark you require.
What
40.
some would suggest was the hard part. This for a hold of throw. Pressure building
Yes.
and
30.
just
Was that telling?
tremoring,
Wesley require
Yes.
16.
if there is such a word.
Well, we were waiting
Trembling,
for
I
our
think, is
first.
probably a bit better.
Yes, that's game shot.
We
the
were waiting
sixth
for
leg.
our first
Wesley Hunt.
blip from one of them on throw. And it's
Seventh leg
McGrath,
is Wesley to throw first.
who's the first one to falter and paid the price.
4-2 Harms, race to 6 at this stage of the competition. We're in.
Outside of the first leg, John, this has been a good match. 21 darts in the first leg. Sort of, I mean, that's a big dent to try and pick your averages up from, but since then, 15, 15, 17, 16, 16. That's very tidy. Solid, if not spectacular.
59.
We're in the quarterfinals here in Blackburn.
Yep, up after this one. Joe Cheney against Jim Williams. Jim Williams, the bookie's favourite. Then it's Maria O'Brien against Anastasia Dobromoslova.
108.
Mikura Suzuki, Aileen de Graaf, Roger Janssen, Sebastian Steyer, and Richard Veenstra, Daniel Day. Fourth 180 for Mark McGrath.
40.
Wesley Harms hasn't had one yet,
Nope.
I don't think.
Five ton pluses to 3 as well to McGrath in that column. But how about this one, John? Straight tons, 16 to 2 in favour of Wesley Harms.
85.
Michael Unterbuchner watching.
We expected him to be playing. He was one of my picks as well, believe it or not.
Yeah, you got rid of him pretty early.
I got
as
rid
well.
of him early, didn't I?
60.
He was maced.
Yeah, he got maced.
Unterbuchner lost to Roger Janssen when he was a fairly warm favourite.
Hefty favourite, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I think he was quoted at around about 4 to 11, wasn't he? Something like that.
thereabouts.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. Been a good response
100.
from McGrath. A real opportunity to break straight back with a couple of trebles here.
There's one of them.
Yep. There's
And
another.
another.
61 left, maybe 25. I think 45, treble 15, the 45 would be more advisable.
145.
That'll do.
Quality, very high quality.
36 after 12 darts. Oh, the shot's on. Stay there. Did last time, didn't he? Narrowly missed the double 11.
So double 18 now. 12 darts to this point. This for the break back. Immediately.
Current averages, 89.67
Yes, game
Harms,
shot on the seventh
89.64 McGrath. But a break back, 4-3. Game on.
Mark to throw first.
Very much so. Back on throw. McGrath with the darts now, looking to square it up. According to your mate, the predictor, the wheels come off now. He doesn't get anything else.
6-3, yeah. Correct.
Well,
140.
ton 40 might suggest otherwise.
$100.
He does tend to play in real hot. He has sort of hot spells, doesn't he, McGrath? Where he,
When he is hot, he really is.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
back-to-back ton 40s now, and he's capable of really
going through the gears, and then he just sort of drops off, and then it comes back again. It comes in waves.
kind of streak player.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
absolutely.
40.
Ton 40 though from Harms, hanging on in.
In there again.
And again.
Thrice 140s, or is it another 180?
Oh,
His fifth.
5 180s against nil for Wesley Harms.
Well, the most 180s in a match is Glenn Durrant, 7. And Martin Phillips,
80.
7. Jeffrey de Graaf,
Mark, you
7.
require 41.
James Wilson, 7.
He's moving into some elevated company. If you
Yeah,
can.
all coming. Well, Martin Phillips and Glenn Durrant was in quarterfinals in 2017. Durrant against Wesley Harms. Phillips against Conan Whitehead. Jeffrey de Graaf was 2015 in a semi-final, so you got a longer format against Jeff Smith.
Mark McGrath. Ninth leg, it is
And James
ready to
Wilson.
throw first. Game on.
It was 2014 again in a semi-final, so a longer format, and that was against Paul Jennings.
Forget your statistical predictions. It's 4-all.
140.
Wesley Harms very close to getting his first maximum.
Yep,
There are the averages.
both into the
Very handy.
both went into the 90s now.
$79.
Getting down really to the business end of the match now.
140.
4-all, race to 6.
Best of 3, isn't it?
Yep.
Back-to-back 140s this time for Harms.
Unlucky.
100.
2 breaks to throw in the match. It was broke back instantly by McGrath.
60.
Players and fans
Wesley require
deciding that
161.
Sunday lunch is not for them. Darts instead.
Ooh, a Sunday roast, John. Make a change from a curry, wouldn't it?
137.
I'm all curried out, John. Never thought I'd say it.
They're open.
No, I
Could
couldn't.
make it 4 on the spin.
No, I couldn't.
26.
Double 12.
A
Wesley
rare
required 24.
26 for McGrath. This is for 5-4 to go within 1 of a place in the semi-finals.
12.
Well, McGrath will be ruining the fact that he had such a poor visit last
Well,
time.
he's had a real iffy leg. 79 tons, 68.26. Like we say, he had that spell where he just,
Battered the 180s.
yeah, didn't look like he was going to miss, and now he's gone off the
140.
boil. But good 140,
Wesley
just in
required
case.
12.
Double 6.
Highly unlikely, but you never know.
Yes,
it's pretty
that's
good
game
down
shot
that
on
part
the
of the
ninth
board.
leg. Wesley Harms.
Here we go
10th
then.
leg, it is Mark to throw first. Game on.
We're going to get
Got to take them both now.
a deciding leg shootout. Or is Harms going to find a way to get the job done here?
55.
The door slightly ajar. Harms edges ahead.
He's loving it.
$100.
55 behind, minus these.
42.
McGrath back on parity. Nose just ahead. 346, 359, that should read. There we go.
100.
Just keeping his nose in front, isn't he? Couple of 2 trouble visits for Harms.
100.
Might give him an outside opportunity to break throw and win match. That's perfect for a start for him. There we go. Should be a max.
It's number 6.
180.
Might be a history-making performance if he goes on to win.
If he hits a 180, if he wins the leg and it's a 7th max, he joins some very good company.
131.
Pressure's on though.
Mark you require 66.
Double 12.
Good dart.
It's a good marker.
In we
Yes,
go.
that's game
It goes
shot,
to
10th
the
leg,
decider.
Mark McGrath.
Mark
The
McGrath
11th and
has looked
final
like a
leg, it is
different
Wesley
player
to
from
throw
the man
first.
we've seen before.
Oh, absolutely. 100%, John. Much improved. The legs have been won in opening leg was 21 darts, then 15, 15, 17, 16, 16, 13, 12, 17, 15.
100.
Very, very good game. That is solid darts.
Harms with the advantage of having the darts.
One leg over 17 darts in in a match now that's 10 legs deep. Oh dear.
41.
Just when he needed one of those trademark treble 20s. And it went in the one.
This looks a bit slack.
45.
Well, chance for Mark to bounce back.
So much pressure. Only 2 breaks of throw in the whole match. 1 apiece.
There it is. It's the one I've been looking for.
Yep, gets him back in the leg. Oh, his throw's looking suspect, isn't it, under pressure?
55.
There's a lot of shoulder in there. He's coming up on his toes.
Be a big upset if McGrath wins this.
Huge.
Could get around 5-2 on him winning this match.
100.
Big price in a 2-horse race. He's
Yes.
another one absolutely gripped.
Glued. Yep.
So glued to it, I didn't even realise he was on telly.
100.
A 140 here from McGrath would give him every chance. Can he see
There's
anything?
tension in that first dart.
Yeah. When they go low.
60.
So he's handed the throw back to Harms. 1 point in it, 5 legs apiece. Can't get much closer. Well, only a point.
60.
Either one of them, one good score, wins the match. Neither of them can find any rhythm on the red bit.
Wesley require 140.
Nothing in it still. 141. Harms has first dip. He's got the treble 20, treble 19 now. He's missed it. Single 3.
66.
Well.
Mark, you require 140.
So this would be a showstopper.
Not now. Straight ton though. Oh dear. How unlucky is that?
83.
Bit of pressure now on this
Wesley requires
75. He knows that McGrath's on a 2-darter, so 18 for tops, 1 dart in hand.
And that is a nervy
55.
one. It really was.
Totally snatched.
Missed that by a distance.
Yeah.
Well, great opportunity.
As you would say, it was Mason-esque in its execution.
I wouldn't say that. Great opportunity for the man from New Zealand.
For yet another upset.
Tops.
Been assured on his doubles. But this is a huge moment for him.
Yes, good darts.
Game shot.
The reaction tells you what it means to him. Another big upset, and Wesley Harms, one of the favourites, bows out. Looked really twitchy in that last deciding leg. Mark McGrath's nerve held and got the all-important double when it mattered. 6 180s he had on his way to that point. Really playing well in spurts and coming through as a winner in the end. 6-5, and he's into the last 4.
Welcome back to our live coverage of the 2019 World Trophy. What a quarter-final we have just seen, and Mark McGrath, the victor. Firstly, let's see your hands. That's what I figured. How tense was that final leg?
Yeah, that was tense. I was under pressure all the way, and Wesley played well at the start and just tried to keep fighting and fighting.
Doubles have been good to you so far this tournament. Didn't let you down when it mattered.
Yeah, I thought my doubles in the earlier games were a lot better, but I started scoring, hitting the 118s, but my doubles weren't quite there, but the last one only counts, so.
When You mentioned the 180s. I hope you were keeping tally of that. 6 ton 80s.
Oh, was it? I don't know.
Not bad there in the office, is it?
They don't win games.
You managed to anyway. The 6 leg seemed to be key, Mark, because you had 6 starts to win that, but Wesley broke, and then you went and broke back straight away.
Yeah, I had some good shots and some good times, but I had some crap in there as well, so I need to tighten up.
A bit more consistency, hard on yourself, man, into the semi-final, but you can't win everything. It's not all good news. Leeds United, because you're
These days,